Hello, welcome to our hip opener flow. We're gonna get started in downward facing dog. And then just take a minute in down dog, bend and straighten the knees, just walk it out a little bit. Get comfortable. And then with your next breath in, gaze to the top of your mat. With your exhale, deep bend in your knees and take little mini steps all the way forward. Big toes to touch, little space between the heels. Hands up to the shins, lift up halfway, breath in. And exhale, fold forward. Do your next inhale, rise all the way up to the sky, reach the arms high. And exhale, hands come to your heart center. Reach up, inhale. And dive forward, exhale. Hands to shins, halfway up, breath in. And exhale, fold forward again. Tense your fingertips down and toe heel your feet a little wider than hips width distance. Heels in, toes out. And then sink your hips all the way down into yogi squat, malasana. This might be really uncomfortable and near impossible, so if that's the case for you, grab a block or a couple blocks and you just sit your hips right on there. And heels can always stay lifted if you need them to. Now bring your hands to your heart center, elbows to the knees, and just press out. Take 2 breaths. Now plant your hands down, lift your hips, forward fold. Slide that block out of the way. Toe heel feet back to center of the mat. Halfway up, inhale. And exhale, fold. Toes back to touch, little space between your heels, and then sink your hips down into chair pose. Arms up and overhead. And just a little tuck of the tailbone so the lower abs stay engaged. And then rest the shoulders down your back. Breath in, and breath out. And then shift your weight over into the left foot. And stay low in your seat, just pull that right knee up into your chest. And stand up with your inhale, knee comes with you. And exhale, right ankle over the left knee and sit your hips back into figure 4. Hands can come down to heart center for this one. Flex your right toes back toward your shin. You'll feel a deep stretch in the right glute. With your next inhale, stand up, lift the knee. With your exhale, slowly extend the right leg back and step your toes all the way to the back of your mat. Lifting the arms up and overhead for crescent lunge. Take a breath in here. With your exhale, just hover the right knee down off of your mat. Come on up. And then lower down. We'll just do one more like that. Lift up. And lower down. This time drop the knee all the way down. And then hands come to the inside of your left foot. For this, if you can't reach the floor, you can grab a block. Once again, just gonna hang out here in runner's lunge for a breath or so. If you need to take it a little deeper, you can lower your forearms down to your block or ditch the block entirely, forearms all the way down to your mat. If you lower it onto your forearms, come back up onto your palms. You're more than welcome to stay right here. If you want to add a little quad stretch, bend the right knee. Left hand reaches back to grab those right toes. 2 breaths. Let me release the right foot. Left hand back to the front of your mat. Tuck the right toes, lift your right knee. And then reach the arms up and overhead, back into crescent lunge. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, spin the right heel down and open up into your warrior 2. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, sink a little deeper in your lunge. Your next inhale, turn all 10 toes to face the right side of your mat and then reach your arms up and overhead to star pose. Get really expansive. And then heels come in, toes point out, sink down into horse pose and bring those hands down to your knees. Sink the hips down, take a breath in, lengthen the spine. With your exhale, press the right hand into the right knee and dip the right shoulder down. And then come back through center. And then repeat on the left. Press left hand into left knee, dip the shoulder. Back to center, straighten the legs, reach the arms high, back into star pose, deep breath in. And exhale, turn the toes in, heels out and fold forward, wide leg forward fold. Plant the hands under your shoulders, lift up halfway, breath in. And exhale, fold it down. When you're full, just crawl your hands over to the right foot. Hang out here for one breath in. And out. And then crawl the fingers forward to the left foot. Again, one full round of breath. And then plant your hands in front of your left foot, turn your toes to face the top of your mat. You're gonna lift the left leg up to the sky into three-legged dog, and then bend the knee and open up your hip. You'll roll the ankle around one way and then the other. And straighten the left leg, breath in. Your exhale, left knee touches right elbow across your body, and then straighten your leg and plant it down right there. You're gonna curl your right toes back until your hips meet your mat. Whew. You should feel this one in the IT band. If you can, lower that right knee down. It's gonna look super funky. If you wanna stay up on your hands, you can. If you are able to and it's comfortable, drop the forearms down to your mat. You can always rest the forehead down on a block if it feels good. And we'll just take 2 breaths. Ditch the block if you use it. Come back up onto your palms. Then you're gonna turn and face the back corner of your mat in this wide fold on your bum. Toes point up toward the sky, take a breath in. And as you exhale, just crawl your hands forward and only fold as far as feels good to you. 2 breaths. Walk your hands back toward your midline, turn and face the front of your mat. From here, you're gonna bend the left knee and slide into pigeon pose. It's gonna take a little doing, but once you've found your happy place, you're more than welcome to grab a block and just prop it under the hip. Walk your hands back toward your hips. Take a breath in. With your exhale, you'll fold forward. And hang out here again for 2 breaths. Flexing the left toes back toward your shin. Walk your hands back. Tuck your right toes. Slide the block out of the way. Again, left leg up to the sky. Deep breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze to the top of your mat, take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees and step both of your feet forward. Big toes come to touch, a little space between your heels, sink your hips down, back into chair pose, deep breath in. And exhale, sit a little deeper. And then shift your weight into the right foot, pull the left knee into your chest and stay low. Inhale, stand up, take the knee with you. Exhale, cross left ankle over right knee and sit your hips back into figure 4. Flex toes back toward your shin, breath in. Sit low, breath out. Next breath in, stand up, left knee lifts with you. With your exhale, slowly straighten the left leg back behind you. Plant your toes down and reach the arms high for crescent lunge. Deep breath in. And exhale, lower and hover left knee an inch off your mat. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale, lower, and this time plant the knee down and both hands come to the inside of your right foot. You sink your hips down here in runner's lunge. You're more than welcome to stay up on your hands. If you need a block, bring the floor closer to you, you're more than welcome. The forearms can also lower down onto your block. Let's take 2 breaths here. If you lower down, plant your hands back on your mat. From here, deep bend in the left knee, right hand reaches back to grab those left toes, little quad stretch. 1 breath in and out. Release the toes, plant your right hand down and then tuck your left toes, lift your left knee up off your mat. Reach the arms up and overhead, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2, spin the left heel down, open up. 1 breath in. Exhale, sink a little deeper in your lunge. Then inhale to star pose, straighten both legs, all 10 toes face the left side of your mat. Exhale, heels in, toes out, sink down into horse pose, bring the hands down to your knees. Inhale here in the center, lengthen your spine. And exhale, push the right hand into the right knee and dip your right shoulder down. Back to center with your breath in. And exhale, dip the left shoulder. Back to center, straighten the legs, reach up, inhale. Exhale, turn the toes in, heels out, and fold forward to wide leg forward fold. Plant hands under shoulders, lift up halfway, breath in. And exhale, fold down. Stay low and crawl your hands to the left foot. Hang out for an inhale. And an exhale. Back to center and over to the right. 1 breath in. And out. Turn your toes to face forward, plant your palms. Lift the right leg up and back to 3-legged dog, and then bend your knee and open up your hip. And just roll the right ankle around one way, and then the other. Straighten your leg, take a breath in. With your exhale, tap the right knee to the left elbow across your body. And then straighten your leg and plant your foot down. And just drop your hips right there where you are. Toe heel the left toes back just a bit. Little IT band stretch here. You're more than welcome to stay up on your palms. If you feel like you have room to go, you can lower down onto your forearms. Just 1 more breath here. If you lower down, plant the palms back into your mat. And then turn and face the back corner of your mat. Toes up toward the sky, reach the arms high, breath in. And exhale, fold forward just as far as feels good to you. Slowly walk your hands back. Once again, turn and face the top of your mat. Plant your hands down. From here, just bend the right knee and slide your shin forward into pigeon pose. Walk that left leg back behind you. You're more than welcome to put a block under your hip if it feels good. Walk your hands back beside your hips, heart to the sky, breath in. And exhale, fold forward. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. Press your palms back into your mat. Ditch your block if you used it. Tuck the left toes, right leg up to the sky, deep breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. In your down dog, 1 inhale. And 1 exhale. Look to the top of your mat, breath in. Exhale, bend your knees and step your feet forward. Come up halfway, inhale. And fold with your exhale back into yogi squat malasana. Sink the hips down. Hands to your heart center. You might be a little lower now. Press the elbows into the knees. One breath in. And exhale, plant the palms, straighten the legs, fold forward. Bend your knees, sink your hips, and take a seat. And from here, I'm gonna turn and face the right side of your mat. We're coming to frog pose. You're gonna come up on your hands and your knees. You might want a blanket under each of your knees if you've got sensitive knees, but basically you're just gonna open the knees as wide as feels good to you. You're making right angles with your knees and your ankles, so toes face away from each other. You can stay up on your palms. You're gonna feel this in the groins quite a bit. If you feel like you can, and it's comfortable and safe, lower down onto your forearms. You may even be able to lower your chest all the way down to your mat. I want you to stay here for 10 breaths if you can. Once your 10 breaths are over, move slowly and gently. I just kind of like to roll onto my belly, bring my knees together, and then sit my hips back on my heels. Find your way all the way onto your back, and pull your knees into your chest. And give yourself a rock back and forth. Take one final breath in. And then exhale, drop into Shavasana. Stay as long as you need. Namaste.